I'm outside Euston station and I've got a whole load of leaked confidential documents on what it could look like when it's finally rebuilt. Euston is due to be the terminus of the HS2 railway from Birmingham, but according to a load of documents obtained by London Centric and published on my newsletter, there's concerns within TfL that have been raised. There's a fear that the station might have gone through so many redesigns and so much cost cutting that when it's finally built, it won't be able to cope with the demand, and it'll be overcrowded pretty much from the start. When HS2 was first proposed in the late 2000s, the idea was that the whole thing would be knocked down and replaced with a giant new 24-platform station. Then the plan became, we'll keep the existing West Coast Main Line station, you know, the one that you sprint down those ramps to get a train on, but we'll also add a new HS2 station to the side. That was originally going to be 11 platforms, then it became 10, and now in the latest plan, it's going to be just 6. That's the minimum viable product that they can do to service Birmingham. The 6 full-length platforms are going to be underground and 450 metres in length. There is the option to add 3 extra platforms, which could help run more trains to Manchester and the north if those expansions ever happen. But the problem is they'd also be permanently short. The room you need for a full-length platform will be taken up by new commercial buildings to pay for the whole thing. Essentially, there's been a decision to prioritise development over a bigger station. This would mean a permanent limitation on the capacity of HS2 and also require 2 different sets of trains because you can't get a long one into a short platform. If you have thousands of people arriving on HS2 trains every hour into London, one of the problems is where do you put them when they get here? And most of them are going to then get a tube to their final destination. The problem is that Transport for London at the end of last year warned that Euston Tube Station is already way over capacity on most days. It was designed for 35,000 people a day and sometimes it hits 100,000 people a day. TfL now says that all of this was based on a previous proposal. They're friends now with Network Rail and central government and everything's going to be great. The problem is that these discussions are still very much active. If you want to see the documents that I'm talking about, go and look at London Centric because they're all online. The question is, are we about to spend a load of money on a station that's not quite up to the job that we need it to do?